No, most of these women younger, they more knowledgeable now. Our generation and down, we more noticeable about spirituality. We choose spirituality over religion. We kind of seeing, you know what I'm saying, the whole spectrum of things, and we're more open minded. You know what I mean? We like, okay, wait a minute. Yeah, I will get into the whole thing, but we can say that for another show, I guess. But
Well, actually, no, man. That topic plays into what you're discussing. Plays into what we're discussing right now. Because think about it. You say that spiritual people are going away from religion and becoming more spiritual. Well, think about the result. Marriages are at 90% failure rate right now, and that's due to this whole spiritual movement of we got to manifest. And because remember, religion teaches a strict guidelines for marriage and stuff like that. Spirituality has no guidelines for a household. There is no belief. When people who are spiritual, they have this belief of, and I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with being spiritual, man, not at all. I'm just saying that there is no structure in anything spiritual. Anybody that you meet who claims to be spiritual, it's up to them. It's their interpretation of what spiritual means. Therefore, it doesn't really mean anything if it's just up for everybody's interpretation.
because okay, so spiritual, you have your own. That means you have your own spiritual connection with
Right.
God.
That's what I'm saying. Like your
That
own
means you
thing.
don't
So it
have
doesn't really, it
no,
doesn't mean
have
much.
right. And I believe in my mind. I mean, from my own personal experience, I believe that we were all once spiritual. You know what I'm saying? We all had our own relationship with God. I think religion came about when you had somebody who had a strong relation, who had a strong spiritual connection with God, and they was living a good lifestyle. And you have somebody who had a weak spiritual connection with God, and they, instead of seeking God and forming a stronger relationship with God, they looked at man and was like, wait, what do you do? You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to form a better relationship with God, it was like, wait, how do you live your life? What do you do?
Oh no, man, that's not the whole point of religion.
Every morning and drink water, blah blah blah. Okay, here's my religion, Baptist. If you live like this and do exactly what I do or how I do it, you'll be blessed. And then you have somebody else with a strong spiritual connection with God comes along. He was like, wait, I ain't gotta live by those rules and do all that to get blessed. I'm not gonna follow you. I'm gonna call myself a Catholic, and that's where all these religions came from. You have a lot of followers who are weak, who are spiritually weak, who didn't have a strong spiritual connection with God, and they looked at man and they followed man instead of following God. So that's how you have all these followers of religion, because you have people who
Well,
rather look to
well, think about it.
and
That would
find
be
God.
that would be your own misinterpretation of it, though, because people who represent religions, they don't represent any form of their own beliefs. They're supposed to represent God. They're supposed to be a voice for God on earth. So if you start as a human, as a man, if you look at that man and start copying yourself off of him, well, then you've already strayed from the path of the religion, because the religion teaches you to not. Every single religion teaches you to not follow the man. It teaches you to follow God. So when people follow their preachers and stuff like that, well, then you aren't really reading your text, because every single holy text tells you to beware of the shysters, to beware of the people who are false prophets and words of God.